Okay, so as you know, I do try to reply to all the comments on my channel. It is getting harder now because I've had a bit of a flurry of interest, and whilst my channel is still at the size that it is, I'm able certainly to answer most comments. However, if I do miss yours, I apologize. I am trying to respond to everybody. Obviously, when it gets, if my channel gets much bigger, I may not be able to respond to a lot of those comments. So at the very least, I do read them all, and I will start answering a few questions that are posed via those comments. One of those came recently, and that was the question, what kind of mindset do you need to do the Wim Hof method? Well, there's a really easy answer to this initially, and that is, first of all, you're probably looking at this wrong if you think you need a particular mindset. Like all the things I do now, in particular actually, as a slight aside, the NMN product that I'm taking at the moment, I've gone in with very much an open mind. I know that there are lots of potential benefits that this NAD boosting molecule can have on my body and mind, but I'm trying not to focus on those, because as you start getting those psychosomatic responses, I'm going in with an open mind and trying to feel my way through it. And I have to say, since upping the dose as is required, so I'm at the maximum dose of this NMN product, which is now 1 gram a day, in the last couple of days have noticed some changes, but I can't absolutely tell you it's because of this. Now, next week I'll be talking to Elena, the founder of this particular product, NMN Bio, and I'll be posing some questions. It's likely that I might well have felt a few more things in the run-up to that chat. It will be an interesting chat, no doubt. Stand by for that one. So back to the mindset. This is an interesting question because, as I say, the only thing you need to do is go in with an open mindset, knowing that it is likely you will see some positive results, some positive benefits. I will state here, of course, if you have underlying health issues, it is also just as likely to see adverse reactions, some further problems exacerbated by the cold and the breath work. So do make sure you have got yourself checked up by the doc before doing this. Now, initially, and this sounds like I'm contradicting myself slightly, maybe I am. Initially, probably if you are practicing this method for the first time in the winter, then you might well have to occasionally make yourself do it. And so in a way, I guess the kind of mindset change there is a more determined one. And by the way, I've done a video on this before, and it's replicating David Goggins' idea of callousing the mind. The more you make yourself do the thing that you don't want to do, the more discipline you suddenly see filter into other areas of your life. So that will happen if you continue with this. But when it comes to a mindset, quite often people go down the forced route. And I've said to you before, as soon as you force anything, generally things don't go well, unless it is your front door because you've lost your front door key. But other than that, whenever you start forcing things, especially to do with your health, you're probably going to go down a slippery slope. So be careful. Some people, when they, especially blokes, when they start going into an ice plunge, they use their physicality, their force, to endure it. So it's a lot of, come on, yeah, come on, and it's a guttural response. And that, although it feels like you're doing the right thing, it means you won't be able to stay in as long. It also means that you're not getting the added benefit of working on your mind. Because the key to this is all about that kind of no mind idea. When in the cold, focus on your breath first. Diaphragmatic breathing, focus on slowing down your breath. When you're in a cold shower, in an ice plunge, your heart rate increases, your blood pressure increases. So what you can do is work on long exhales that activate the parasympathetic response, that slows down your heart rate, slows down your blood pressure. So that's what I mean when you're in the cold. Focus on breath, focus on your mind. when you start focusing on breath, especially if you're out for a walk or if you're meditating, that's what brings you into the present moment. I was having a lovely chat with a guy on Zoom this morning all about that, about the benefits of being in the present moment, which we all know are huge. So if you can find a key to this, if you can find a method to being more present, and I would have to say breath really is that key, that will bring huge rewards, especially when in the cold. So the other thing really is the expectations here. It's quite likely you're going to go in with this expectation that things are going to dramatically change. And as I say, unless you've got underlying health conditions, they probably will. But you are far better off going in with an open mind, with a relaxed approach, knowing that you want to try this for a good period. Don't go in with this whole 30-day nonsense. Go in with the whole idea that as soon as you start seeing some benefits, that is a reason to keep doing it. So, of course, if you see the opposite, that is a reason to stop doing it. Don't force it again. I've heard lots of people talk about, in fact, that's another one of the questions that somebody been practicing the Wim Hof method, and with the breath work in particular, they started to feel low. There's a whole load of reasons, perhaps I should do another video on that, as to why that might be. But you know, if you're forcing the breath too much, if you're doing too many rounds of the breathing, then you're probably going to start to see some adverse neurochemical changes. So be careful. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Evolution of Dave signing off. Stand by for those various interviews, more interviews that are coming up, in particular the one with Elena from NMN Bio, and lots more is happening, including today, of course, at 2 o'clock. I will be starting my 10-day evolutionary flow course. There are 8 people signed up. I'm looking forward to meeting you all if you're watching this. And the next one, by the way, starts on the 25th. I've already got a few people signed up for that. So let's see how it goes. It's going to evolve, certainly, as I do more of these courses. I'll drop my website link below if you want to sign up to the next one. Goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.